Hey Gemini, welcome to your weekly forecast for July 4 through 10. This is for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to connect here and see what messages are coming up here for the Gemini collective in the week ahead. I'm setting the intention for the next 7 days, but you might see this in a few weeks from now, a few months from now. So you're going to see it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. Keep in mind, it's a general reading for the collective. Not every single message will resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's connect here and see what messages we have coming in for Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising. One more shuffle. All right, and we're going to move you all just a little bit closer here in just a moment and see what your first card is coming up. So the first card coming up here for the Gemini collective is the Sun. And this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are going to come in when we're coming into a significant new chapter, a defining moment in our life. And it's something directly connected to something we came here to experience, something we came here to accomplish, growth. And so it's energy that's going to be around for a while. Even though I'm reading with the intention for the next 7 days, something is happening in the next 7 days that's setting something into motion. The major arcana energies will be around for a while. So the Sun card is very positive. It's happiness, it's freedom, success, being seen, being recognized, being celebrated. There's a sense of playfulness and happy inner child energy with the Sun card. There's also an element of true love with the Sun card. A lot of the times in my readings, I see the Sun card come up when somebody is breaking out of codependent cycles and codependent relationships, right? And coming into freedom, into being seen, into this individuality. So if you've found yourself in situations and in relationships being both romantic and non-romantic, but if you found yourself in your relationships having to play small or dealing with people who compete with you, the Sun card is saying you're breaking out of that energy and you're coming into the energy of being celebrated, being um, uh, free to express yourself and being appreciated for the person that you are, and not having people compete with you or try to put you down, not having to feel like you have to play small. In terms of love relationships, it's like nothing but respect, nothing but trust, playfulness, right? You trust each other fully, and there's no worry or concern about, what this person's doing when you're not around. And so sometimes the Sun card can come up for me in my readings when uh, you might have a really strong desire for love. And then like you're kind of blaming yourself, or you're like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling this way. I'm so weak, or I'm focusing on the wrong thing, and this is so stupid. And we begin to judge ourselves for having this strong desire for love. We may feel like our desire for love seems to be a lot stronger than the people around us. It doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. It doesn't mean that like you're weak or that you're focusing on the wrong thing. It's just that one of the things you may have come here to learn in this lifetime is true love. So you may have a strong desire for it. And the Sun card is saying that you're coming into this lesson, you're coming into having this experience, right? So some of you are gravitating towards this or manifesting this in your life. Not just a relationship, but true love, and to be loved for who you are, not feeling like you have to change or be somebody else, but fully embraced and accepted for who you are. So there could even be a sense or an element here for some of you Geminis in the coming weeks that you're like coming out of your shell, right? You're getting tired of hiding or playing small or editing yourself. So there may be a sense of like just starting to let yourself be seen. The next card that's coming up here for Gemini is the Five of Cups. And the Five of Cups can be disappointment and sadness. And coming up here next to this Sun card is telling us that in order to receive these wonderful new experiences and this cause for celebration, we need to release the previous disappointments. We don't want to carry them like baggage that are affecting our decisions or steps because in the past certain things didn't work out and we're worried that, oh my gosh, what if this happens again? What if that happens again? So anything that disappointed you, people, situations, things that didn't go the way that you had hoped, didn't pan out the way that you had hoped, give yourself time to mourn, grieve, release these things. Five of Cups can also come up for me in my readings when we're feeling really overwhelmed and we're feeling this desire to kind of numb ourselves or self medicate in some way. And your angels and guides are saying, look, you're manifesting something big right now. And the last thing you want to do is to shut yourself down again or to block yourself again. So, as feelings are coming to the surface, let yourself feel them, let yourself ride them out, and avoid the urge or the tendency to distract yourself or to, quote unquote, be productive or channel the energy into something else. Let yourself feel the feelings and let yourself have this release. I feel, Gemini, a lot of you just need to release past disappointments, things that didn't go the way that you had hoped. Um, and the Five of Cups also reminds us that we still have a lot that we can work with. We still have a lot that we can build upon. Not all is lost. So focusing on what do we have? How can we make this work for us moving forward? The next card that's coming up here for Gemini is the Two of Swords. Now, this is a really interesting energy. This Two of Swords is telling us there's something we're not seeing, or there's something that we're missing here. We're kind of oblivious to it, or we're choosing not to see it. We're hoping that if we wait a little bit longer, it's going to get better or it's going to fix itself. And so we might be at this impasse. We might be at this time of inaction with this Two of Swords. So to have these three cards coming in together tells me, Gemini, that in your heart of hearts, you want this Sun card energy. You want to be seen. You want to be celebrated. You want to be appreciated. You want to be loved for who you are. And you want to have this victorious, happy energy that we see in the Sun card. But your current circumstances might be far from it. Your current circumstances, you're not feeling that happy Sun card energy. You may be feeling quite opposite. But you may be holding on to the situation. Now that we have this Two of Swords here, you may be holding on to the situation because you're telling yourself maybe it's going to change. Maybe this person is going to change. Maybe this situation is going to change. And, it'll, if I wait long enough, if I'm patient, it'll get better, right? It'll get better. It'll fix itself. Let me give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I misunderstood, or maybe there's something going on and I just have to be patient and wait a little bit longer and then things will fall into place. But the Two of Swords, for me in my readings, has a very specific message. And some of you have heard me say this in the past. A lot of the times in my readings, like if I'm pulling cards for myself or any of my clients that I've been reading for years, I've noticed something about the Two of Swords in my readings. Two of Swords tends to come up as this warning that you may be headed towards a tower situation. Your angels and guides are trying to direct you and help you make certain changes and avoid a tower situation. Now, let me clarify something about the tower. The tower is not a punishment. Our angels and guides don't give us a tower moment to punish us or to, make life hard for us. If you know anything about the order of the major arcana, It goes devil, tower, star. The devil is when we get stuck. We're scared to make changes. We're scared to let go of a situation, even though it might be bad, and we become very imprisoned by it. We might think, oh, well, the devil you know is better than the devil that you don't know, and you don't make changes, and you stay stuck in a miserable situation. And your angels and guides are like, gosh, this is so hard to see poor Gemini suffering, and they're giving you all of the signs and the writing on the wall, and they're telling you, go this direction, let go of this. But we're too scared. We're too scared to do it. We're not taking the steps. So then the tower happens, and the tower is like the cosmic prison break. They're jumping, they're jumping in, and they're busting you out of this situation that has imprisoned you, so that you don't have to unnecessarily continue to suffer, and so that you're not late or missing out on future opportunities. It keeps you in connection or in the flow of divine timing. So it's really an act of love. And after the tower is the star. The star is happiness, long-term plans. The worst of it is over, behind us. So the tower is an act of love, but it doesn't feel good when it happens. It feels very scary. So the message for me with the Two of Swords is like, overcome these fears now. Look at the situation, be real with yourself, follow the guidance that you're receiving, and then you can avoid having this tower moment. You're going to have to take these steps and make these shifts anyway. You're going to have to let go of this situation that's hurting you or keeping you stuck. You're going to have to let go of it anyway. And you're going to have to move on into something else, the next opportunity, the next experience. So you may as well do it while you're in the steering wheel, while you have control of the situation, versus having this massive tower moment and then trying to figure everything out in the chaos. The Two of Swords is a time of inaction. We're just hoping that it'll fix itself or it'll go away. And so you deserve to have this Sun card level happiness and success. But you can't have it unless you let go of the situation and the experiences that are far from it. And if you don't let go, the Two of Swords tells us there'll be a tower moment here at some point where it's being removed from your life. And maybe some of you might say, you know what? That's fine. I'll take the tower moment. And that's fine. You can do that. You can make that decision. But this is what you need to know. If you don't want to experience the tower moment, you need to take the steps you're being guided to take. The next card that's coming up here for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising is the Knight of Swords. This could be you, as you are an air sign. It could be you embracing your air sign energy, your expertise, your know-how, and you may be charging into the situation and taking control. This could be another person coming into the situation and demanding that you do things their way. They may be coming in like steamrolling in a situation, or Knight of Swords can be arguments, disagreements, fighting, drama. So in this way, right? Some of you Geminis are in this situation and you're thinking to yourself, well, you know what? Maybe it's going to get better. Maybe I misunderstood this person. Maybe I just need to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe if I'm patient, they'll come around. But the Knight of Swords is not the kind of energy that's going to be yielding or that's going to come around. They're going to push back. This is what I feel like is happening, Gemini. I feel like a lot of you are in a situation that's not going the way that you had hoped. You thought it was going to be your Sun card. You thought this was going to be your Sun, and it's not going the way that you had hoped. And so you think that if you're patient enough, this person or this situation is going to come around. Now, I do feel that you're getting tired of being in this Two of Swords, this impasse energy. So I feel like some of you are confronting the situation. And you're like, let me just really try to make this work out. Let me just really try to get my point across. Let me really try to find a solution. And I feel like you may be going to this person, if it's a boss, if it's coworkers, if it's a romantic partner or family situation or roommate. I feel like you may be going to this person, you may be trying to explain to them, like, look, here's what's bothering me. Like, here's where I'm not feeling appreciated, or I'm not feeling heard, or I'm not feeling like I'm being treated fairly. Like, I feel like you're going and approaching the situation with a sincere heart, trying to improve it, trying to come across like positive solutions. But unfortunately, I feel like when you're approaching the situation, this person is coming at you like the Knight of Swords. This person's coming at you where they're turning it around on you. And well, if you're not happy about the situation, then there's something wrong with you. Or if you don't like the way that they're behaving, or you don't like the things that they're doing, they're only behaving that way. They're only doing those things because your behavior forced them to do those things. And that, a lot of the times, my dears, is just a bunch of BS, right? But I feel like instead of this person being like, oh my gosh, Gemini, I didn't know you were feeling that way. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, I could totally see how you feel that way. Let's work on this. Let's figure this out. I can make changes. I can be more self aware. This person's not responding like that. This person's responding like, this is your fault. This is happening because of you. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not the problem. You're the problem. That's not healthy. That's not a good dynamic to be in. And so this may be the very thing that could turn into the tower moment, because you might be like, wait a minute now. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm sick and tired of you acting like your doo-doo don't stink. I'm sick and tired of you acting like everything is my fault, and like you're just always turning things around on me. And you might end up going off on this person, and that might turn into like a big tower moment where now all of a sudden it's this sudden ending, right? Like all of a sudden you're walking out of a job, or you're getting fired because you got into an argument with somebody, or you need to find a new living situation because you got into a big fight or argument with your roommates or the people that you live with, or the relationship is suddenly ending, and you it's going to affect your life in certain ways, and you have to figure out where you're going to go or what you're going to do. So um I feel here that maybe you're giving somebody too much credit. You're giving somebody the benefit of the doubt, and you're giving them too much credit. And I feel like if you try to approach this person and get them to change, they're gonna turn around on you. So whatever you're doing or whatever you're approaching, you want to have your safety net in place. You want to have your exit strategy in place. I understand that maybe for matters of like closure, or to just be able to say, hey, at least I can say I gave this my all. At least I can say I did everything in my power. I get that, right? So maybe you still want to like give this person a chance, or give this organization a chance to talk it out or make changes. I get that. But also have it in your mind that this person might not be open to hearing what I have to say. This person may turn it around on me, and it might end very badly, and I might have to find myself looking for another job, or I might have to find myself looking for another place to live. So if that's the case, what do I have to do to be prepared for that? What do I have to do? And maybe you want to take those steps. Maybe you want to line up the next thing before you approach this person. That way, if things don't work out, you're like, okay, well, hey, here's the next thing. I can go ahead and I can go there then. So I hope this makes sense, Gemini. You may want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. If you want to check out the love and romance readings for July, those are linked in the description of the video. The weekly forecasts are also linked in the description of the video. Maybe some of you want to check out the weekly forecasts and see your other placements. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's a link in the description of the video that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. If you would like to check out the daily messages also, A lot of people have been asking me to do a card a day and have found that very helpful. So you might want to check those out on the channel too. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead and hope to see you all in the daily messages as well. Take care and be well, my dears. Bye, Gemini.